Hey, what's going on, people? This definitely won't be uploaded until tomorrow. I did miss work yesterday, but I'm hoping that I can't really speak for next month because it is a holiday, and so is July. We don't work a full month of work, but I'm hoping from September until Thanksgiving I can just consecutively go to work. But if you didn't know this, and I shouldn't really talk about this, may not really be an appealing video for some of my male subscribers. And yeah, I guess you can call this effeminate of me. But today is my dad's 65th birthday. When I went to work today, I was talking to one of the ladies who was there for my orientation. So they made us undergo all these hearing tests because they wanted to see if our hearing was affected by the kind of work that we do. And they asked a series of questions. All I answered was no, except have you ever had a severe brain injury? And the concussion from the attack I had plus the accident, I classify those as head injuries, severe. I'm not affected by it as much, where I can't do for myself. I can't wipe my own ass or work a job. But we were talking, and I really wish that I was able to go back and just do my job, because I wound up standing there talking with her for a good 30-40 minutes. And I'm just going to be honest, women love to gossip, they love to talk about nonsense, and I wasn't trying to entertain it a little too much. She wasn't a bad person, but I just asked her, because I didn't see the South African guy. I haven't seen him in a little bit. So I was wondering if he still was employed with the company, and she said he's on vacation. He actually came back yesterday, and I was like, okay, good. And then there was another guy who they let go. It looked like he left on good terms. I just said I'm really I'm sad that Chris had to leave. I wish I didn't say his name, but Chris left. And then I just said I don't want to know what happened, but I heard that he left, and I hate how every job I go to, whenever I come, people who've been there for years, they just quit or they get fired after being there 30-40 years. But the minute I come, they're gone. And she was trying to like tell me how he lost his job, but I was like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, because it's like this. As a man, I don't want people in my business, and I don't want to be in your business. If it's not about concerning me, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. And it's very effeminate. It's effeminate me doing this video, but it's very effeminate to want to know about another man getting fired from a job. That's just real effeminate. So I just told her, I just mentioned my dad. I said my dad really didn't tell me this, but I just said my dad always said keep people out your business and stay out of other people's business. Like, he didn't teach me that, a YouTuber did. And then she just mentioned, see, you had your dad, and we were just talking about just life and everything in general. But I don't know. I even told her that this felt like a Dr. Phil moment right here. Like, you talking to me, you're not charging me any money. It feels like a Dr. Phil moment. And because Dr. Phil is a psychiatrist or a therapist and doesn't charge his guests, unlike regular doctors and psychiatrists. Well, you do pay the price with your humiliation and him exploiting your ass. But we were talking, and I just mentioned my dad. I actually I don't talk to him, and I just threw in that today's his birthday. She was like, "You're gonna call him, right?" It's like, no. And I'm gonna put it like this: he doesn't talk to me, I don't talk to him. And I understand that this is just what it is. As an adult, almost hitting 30, I just understand that I looked at him as I did as a child, but as an adult, he's not the person I thought he was as an adult. Because you can have a family member appear one way as a kid, and they could be totally different to you as an adult. But there's things that he does that I just don't I feel is responsible 100% on how I turned out. Because the thing about parents, and I'm not really trying to air out all my business on social media, because I don't get bad comments, but I get like whenever I would talk about my life on here, just as something happened to me, always had somebody saying something, telling me what to do, like telling me see a therapist and all that. I'm like, you want me to spend money to have somebody hear my problems, and they're charging me, and if I don't have the money to pay this person, I'm out of luck. I, as an adult, just look at it like this. I can talk about it, but there's not much I could do to change the past. All I can really do is just worry about, like, just focus on the future. That's all I can really do, and just keep a job. That's my way of fighting my issues. But there is nothing that can undo the past. And this is the thing about people who say these things. Either they don't want you talking about it, they want you to just shut up, or they themselves know that they don't want to fight the real issue. Like what I talk about, my father just being, I don't want to say absent, but I told you, as an adult, as I got in my teen years, he was just really absent emotionally. And it's not like he didn't provide for me, but we just didn't have a bond the older I got. So from about 13, like 12 going on 13, that's when we sort of just drifted away from each other. And I felt like he valued his girlfriend over me more. And that affects a child in a way where they're competing with a non-blood member, like someone that's not their own blood. That's just how that affected me. But like I said, to get to the point in the video, I haven't called him since December of last year, and I don't want to. What I want to do is just stay on the right path, keep working, keep making my money, keep reading my books, and keep my past and negative, toxic people out of my life. Like my brother, for example. I don't know what is going on with those kids, and I really don't care. But I really feel like, in a sense, now we like to say how children are a blessing, and it's a wonderful thing. This is what kills me about the black community, because this ain't me bashing the black community, but we love to celebrate when somebody has a child. But we don't talk about how they got that child, how that child came to be. Because me, my brother, his 2 kids are all products of out of wedlock relations. But we were brought up in the black church. But we did not value marriage. We didn't value abstinence. Because I'm going to tell you right now, my dad's generation, both of his parents were married, and they had 3 children. And I told him last few times we talked, I said that your generation dropped the ball, because it was a time when things like having a child out of wedlock would have been looked down upon in the church. In some cases, I'm not from the South, but you would have to go, if you lived in the South, they would send you somewhere else with other relatives, because they did not, you were shamed walking into church with children born out of wedlock. There was no such thing as a single mother in the 1950s and 60s. Actually, statistically, black women were married more than white women at one point, and before the civil rights era. And now it's the other way around. But his way of parenting had a bad effect on me. After my parents' divorce, it had a bad effect on me. And day by day, just learning how to be a better man, being a better adult. One thing I'm not going to do is harm myself with anything that's not going to change the past, such as drugs, alcohol. I'm just not going to go into something like that. But he he's 65 today, and like I said, to be honest, where I'm at in life, I want to just take things to the grave. You know, there's no point in really trying to build something that's already broken, already dead. And that's just where I'm at it. That's where I'm at with my father.